Hello everybody, welcome back to On the Air. This is volume 2 of the series, and who am I here with today?
Brian Jansen, faculty specialist over at the Tech Ops program.
Hi Brian, how you doing? And tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, so a little bit about myself. I started out in the Air Force. I started out as a crew chief, which is like an AMP for the Air Force on F-15s and F-16s. Did that for 6 years. After I finished up my enlistment in the Air Force, I went over and was production test at Boeing down in the 787 plant in Charleston.
So you already kind of touched on this a little bit, but what is the career outlook for the Tech Ops field?
Yeah, it's nothing but positive. Boeing does a projection. They come out every year and tweak the numbers a little bit. And right now they have, over the next 20 years, there's going to be over 700,000 positions just in the tech ops field. And then, you know, like we said earlier, if you do well within tech ops, there's ability to move up. So there's additional positions beyond that 700,000 that tech ops individual could fill. So it's nothing but positive. UAS is moving up. As that gets more and more large and more part of the aviation industry, there's going to be a need for tech ops individuals to go into that and service those aircraft and to transition to that type of work as well. So it's right now there's a position for every student who goes through our program, and it's only going to get more open from there.
Okay, thank you. All right, and next, tell me about a funny experience that you've had with a student, work appropriate of course, relating to Tech Ops.
Yeah, I think one of the great things about Tech Ops is just how tight you get with the students. We spend so much time, and we're a smaller group of instructors, so we get to know the students really, really well. And one of the lectures, an electrical lecture that I was going to, I was about 3 to 5 minutes late, and I walk in, and one of our students was at the front of the class. He'd plugged his computer in, and he started the lecture, and he was doing a perfect impression of me. He was doing such a good job that I actually walked in. I knew where he always sat. I sat down, and I started doing an impression of him. And we did that for like 5 or 6 minutes, just kind of going back and forth, where he pretended to be me, and I pretended to be him, and everybody in the whole lecture hall was just laughing, and we're just having a good time. And it's just a nice, chill, relaxed atmosphere. So that was the one thing that sticks out to me.
So what do you think separates our program from everybody else in the nation?
Yeah, I think what's nice about aviation is the core of what we do is very, very similar to what's done in the military, what's done in industry, what's done at other schools. You know, we're teaching the foundation A&P work, and that's there in the first 2 years. What sets us apart is after those 2 years, it gives you a chance. You're going to get your A&P in the first 2 years, and it gives you a chance to go out and intern over the summers. So rather than doing a 40-hour work week, which a lot of other Tech Ops programs do, we have a traditional setup to where you're going to have the college lifestyle, where you're going to have a lot of room and a lot of ability to set up an internship and get experiential learning. We have a huge network where we're constantly bringing professionals in. We've got Gulfstream is coming in, Boeing is coming in, SkyWest is coming in, lots of other individuals and companies are coming in and recruiting our students. Mm-hmm. And because our students have that time over the summer where they can go and intern, they're getting a chance to see if commercial aviation is for them, if business aviation is for them, if they want to go and go into the military aspect of aviation. So because we're setting it up to where our students are finishing in that first 2 years, they can go and do that internship. And then when they come back, they know, okay, I'm super excited about doing power plants. I'm super excited about doing avionics. And they can sign up for our electives and start to tailor their career towards that aspect of aviation that's exciting to them.
How would you describe the classes for Tech Ops?
The way our Tech Ops program works, so basically every chapter that's in the textbook that we go through has a class that's associated with it. So structures, turbine engines, composites. We'll have a lecture that meets twice a week, and then you're spending the bulk of your time, you're spending 2.5 hours once a week going into a lab and doing a practical project that you'll see in industry. So you'll get a chance to see, okay, what part of aviation is best suited for me, and you can start to tailor your career towards that. So you're going to be in a lecture with about 50 students, and then you're going to transition later in the week to a lab that goes with that lecture, that you're going to have a much smaller setting where you can work one-on-one with the instructor and really kind of see if you've got that skill set or if it's something that's not really for you, and you can start to put your career towards another aspect of it.
So next, what do you think about a student coming in that has a lot of experience? Do you think that they can progress faster in the program?
Absolutely. Western as a whole absolutely values experiential learning. The university sees that what a student has done outside of the academic setting has absolute value in the classroom. Because of that, they've set up a program called Prior Learning Assessment, or PLA. And the College of Aviation, specifically with the Tech Ops program, has utilized that already. And we've had students go through and take military experience or civilian experience and translate that into actionable credits. You actually get credits towards your degree to graduate. So you can take several credits off of that load. And depending on sequencing, you may be able to take a semester or 2 semesters off of what it would take to get an A&P or your actual bachelor's degree. Additionally, what sets our program apart is that you do graduate with a 4-year degree. A lot of mechanics might not use that in the beginning part of their career, but everyone hits the wall to where they're, at some point they don't want to be a mechanic on 3rd shift anymore, or 2nd shift. They want to transition into a more stable life. And having that 4-year degree early on sets you up for these opportunities that when they come available, you're ready for it. You have that 4-year degree. You don't have to go back to school and get it and try to do that while you're balancing, a workload on top of it. You already have that 4-year degree, and when you're ready to pull the trigger on the next move in your career, you have it, you're ready, you can apply if working for a Boeing, a Lockheed Martin, a Delta, United, wherever it is, that you can say, okay, I have experience in this company. I'm ready to move into a higher role, and you now have that degree that they're desiring their candidates to have, and you have that. You're ready. You're ready to transition to that next higher level of your career.
So last question: how confident would you be in an arm wrestling match against Tom Thinnis?
I've thought about this a lot. I give myself about a 10% chance of really beating him to where he's embarrassed, about a 30% chance that it's close, and 50-50 if I could beat him overall. He'd probably get me, but I like to think that I stand a small chance.
Okay. Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. And I don't know if I could get him. I really don't. He's kind of like low key. He seems like he's got dad strength, right?
Yeah, he's got like a I don't know. Yeah, he does have like that sneaky
Plus, the older you get, the more stubborn you get. I guarantee you, he's loaded a couch in the back of a truck on his own.
Yeah, he would not quit.
Just because he couldn't wait for somebody, and you get muscle memory, it just builds up.